November 7th, 2018. A small YouTuber by the name of Jake Tran is about to upload his latest video to a handful of subscribers. At first, there's a trickle of views, but then there's a little spike. In only a few days, it became his best performing video yet, bringing in dozens of views each day. Determined, Jake starts uploading video after video, often working 12-hour days on both YouTube and his day job. Soon after, views hit a peak at over 750 views on his channel in one day. And by January 2019, his sub count shot up more than 3,000% to 435 subscribers, and while this was really promising, it would take a dramatic shift in how he developed his videos to skyrocket him to where he is today.
I thought about it and realized that I was really copying Graham's stuff in back then. Even if I have like the same title, thumbnail, script, exact same words as he does, the only difference is me being on camera talking instead of him, you would always click on Graham's every single time.
He wanted to grow his business as a creator, and he began to realize that his videos about personal development and finance were no longer viable.
The only way to get people to click on you is to offer something completely different.
July 22nd, 2019. It was time to experiment. Nervous, Jake holds his cursor over the publish button for a video unlike anything he's ever done. He uploads his first faceless video essay, using clips from his favorite movies and TV shows as B-roll, but he also got clips from YouTube videos, memes, and GIFs. Although it performed pretty well, it has a loose script structure that's far less sophisticated than those we'll see in the future. The results were promising enough to prove to him that this was a style worth pursuing further, and although his pace slowed at first with the new video format, he continued uploading steadily and honing in on what works best. January 2nd, 2020. After several years of learning and iterating, Jake posted his most important video yet. It's titled The Viciously Profitable Business of War, and is a major turning point in his journey. It has a strong script structure and great pacing, and the B-roll consists almost entirely of movie clips, now a staple feature of his channel. The video is dark and satirical, firmly establishing his unique style on YouTube. But the growth he would experience wouldn't happen overnight, and he had a long road ahead of him. This is the story of how Jake Tran leveled up his videos and learned how to keep you watching longer. This chart represents the number of minutes uploaded to these video essay channels in the last 90 days, and here's what happens when I add Jake Tran. That's nearly 6 hours, or the equivalent of 3 full-length movies. He's now known for uploading highly researched topics on war, money, crime, and technology, and while these videos are really entertaining, they also take a lot of effort to make. So what strategies must he have found to get them out quicker while keeping retention high? Minimizing the intro crash is one of the things he does best, and to accomplish this, nearly every Jake Tran video these days starts like this.
December 17, 1999. 12 men make their way through a port in Hong Kong in silence, praying they won't be caught. At the front of the group are the leaders, known in the business as snakeheads.
Starting off in the middle of the story is great for engaging the interest of the viewer right away, but it also sets the tone and gives us context on what the rest of the video will cover. Another one recently started in a similar way, and the intro ended like this.
A multi-millionaire bona fide celebrity business wizard and now a wanted fugitive. The question is, why?
He always makes sure to end with incomplete information and often an intriguing question. That's pretty standard practice, but there are some interesting tactics he uses to maintain retention throughout the rest of the video. To really understand what Jake Tran is doing so well, I downloaded about a dozen of his video scripts, but unlike some other YouTubers I've analyzed, I found out he doesn't seem to follow a consistent format. I'll explain why I think that is soon, but first I'd like to show you a unique script structure found in this video about America's hedge fund billionaires. It opens with a story about an infamous hedge fund that took on too much risk and was bailed out. Then the net worth and the stories of 5 hedge fund billionaires are told one by one, followed by a transition paragraph that offers to show you how they manipulate the markets, and the rest of the video teaches you how they do it. The sections in this graphic are to scale, and it's interesting to me how he combined 2 video ideas together, first telling the stories of the billionaires involved, then listing different tactics they might use to manipulate the market. Another style he's done is just a list video, but executed in a very special way. Take his video about the Pandora Papers as an example. This isn't some Watch Mojo top 10 video.
Number 10.
It opens with a story about a luxury apartment and the woman who secretly purchased it. Then follows a short intro about what the Pandora Papers are, with multiple quotes giving context to the situation and explaining how groundbreaking they are. After a sponsor break, Jake details 4 different world leaders who are exposed in the leaked documents, and one by one tells us about the alleged crimes they committed, followed by a brief outro. You're always left wondering what the next story is, and a script like this is really easy to write quickly. Those were two formats I liked, but most Jake Tran videos are just a simple story told from start to finish. Introduce why the topic is interesting, talk about the history, and how it led to the events in the intro, and conclusion. There's no magic format he's sticking to. Jake is just really good at delivery. The storytelling within each video is so great, each one feels like a mini movie. He'll even frequently write segments in the second person, for a moment making you the protagonist.
So you want to get rich as a triad? Well, you're gonna have to get initiated into the family and learn the rules of the game.
When the viewer becomes a character, you're more likely to create an emotional response, making the video more memorable. I'm also really impressed with the attention to detail for ad reads. I know that sounds a little boring, but the transitions into these segments are sometimes so invisible, you don't know it's an ad until he says the brand name. If he makes a video about hacker and founder of WikiLeaks, Julian Assange, he blends in a short break for a VPN ad.
Even if you're not on a kill or capture list, having all your browsing history logged and linked to you by your internet provider, so it's available to governments and hackers, is probably not a good idea. That's where private internet access comes in.
If he's talking about the esports industry,
a lot goes into the esports industry. You have all the digital and physical infrastructure to make these giant esports competition spectacles happen. You need esports teams to support esports players, and you need all the actual gaming equipment. That's where ESC Entertainment comes in, today's video sponsor.
I mean, it's not always that smooth. Sometimes it's a serial ad in a video about the Chinese government kidnapping or killing billionaires, but for the most part, he does a great job. Jake's expert storytelling is earning him an estimated $52,000 a month, higher than many other video essay channels his size, but that's only counting the revenue from ads and brand deals. But who knows how much he's really making thanks to his affiliate links, Patreon, and course sales. With success like this, what would you do in his place? Maybe you would try to turn the dial all the way to 11 and get the money train moving as fast as possible. Think about all the benefits of a YouTube empire: brand deals and ad revenue, new business opportunities, and no cap to growth. You'd want to take this as far as you can, hiring more and more writers and editors to upload as frequently as you can, all without a drop in quality. A quick look at his recent performance shows undeniable results, but there's a problem. This can't go on forever, right?
That's like the most stressful part, coming up with the next video idea. Sometimes it comes pretty easily. A lot of the times, I'm just like freaking out for like a day, figuring out what the next video is gonna be, and like I want to quit.
Even though that quote was only from a couple months ago, a consistent struggle to find the next topic isn't slowing him down. He's even uploading more than before. So the question for me becomes, is this sustainable? I'm not sure he can start uploading daily or anything, or that that's even a good idea, but I don't know how much longer he can go at this rate. I'm especially curious what his long-term business strategy is. Will he start to focus on building a startup and slow down or even halt his uploading schedule? Or will video always take up the majority of his attention? That was a dark side to Jake Tran, and I didn't bring it up by chance. Putting a negative spin on every topic is a defining aspect of Jake's script structure and brand. There's always at least one moment discussing a pessimistic view of the topic, even if most of the video is neutral or even positive. This breaks the flow and re-engages the viewer. I'm sure his process is much more streamlined than I realize, but one thing I know for sure is that this isn't a part-time project for Jake. He's building a media company. He's been improving production efficiency every step of the way, and while most YouTubers his size have started building their team, I think he's taking it to another level. To be keeping up with his current pace of more than 2 videos a week, he must have recently hired more writers and editors, all working at once. Or who knows, maybe he's working 18-hour days now. Let me know in a comment what creator you'd like to see me analyze next. I learned a lot of new script writing strategies analyzing Jake Tran's videos, most of which I tried for myself in this video. Thanks for watching guys, see you next time.